very good afternoon to one and all. Myself, Mrs. Kavita Bhoknar, Associate Professor, Dr. Vittal Rao Vikhe Patil Foundation College of Nursing, Ahilanagar. Today we'll see how we can demonstrate at the time of practical examination. The students wants to explain the fetal skull and why it is to be important, why we want to study the fetal skull in the obstetrics and gynecology subjects. So this is the fetal skulls. So why it is to be important to study the fetal skull in the obstetrics and gynecology? Because when the baby born, 99 baby born with the cephalic presentation means the head is the engaging diameter of the head. So we should know, the student should know the regarding the what are the diameters, how we can fill the fontanelle at the time of the PUV examination. And second thing, female pelvis diameter and the fetal skull's diameter, it should be proportionate, then only baby can be delivered. So now we'll see about the fetus skull. So fetal skull is divided into three portions, that is a base, face and vault. This portion is called as a vault. So face is made up of 14 small bones. This is the base and this is the vault. So now we'll see the what are the bones of the fetal skull. So these two are the frontal bone, then these two are the parietal bone, this is the occiput bone and this is the temporal bone. So now we'll see regarding the next is the what are the sutures that connected to the each other. So between the two frontal bone there is a frontal suture, two parietal bone connected to each other with the help of the coronal suture, then two parietal bone connected to each other, that is a sagittal suture, two parietal bone, one occiput connected to each other, that is a lambdoid suture, and the two frontal bone, two parietal bone and the temporal bone connected to each other, that is a squamous suture. So these are regarding the sutures. Now we'll see the parts regarding this. So this portion is called as a, between this portion, whatever the front portion is called as a sensiput, and this portion is called as a vault or the vertex of the fetal skull. Then between the two abros there is a portion, it's called as a glabella. This is the chin, this is the submentum, because this is the important when we are see the diameters of the fetal skull. Now between this there is a diamond shaped portion, is also called as the anterior fontanelle, and it's a means here the bone is not classification, so we can palpate at the time of the PV examination, and when the baby deliver it can be palpate. It's closed when the baby born after the 1.5 year. And then next is it's also called as a bregma. Then there is a second portion that is from the back side, it's called as a lambda, and it's also called as a posterior fontanelle. It's closed 1.5 month after the delivery of the baby. Then now we will see the most important portion, that is the what are the diameters of the fetal skull. So it's having the 8 diameters total, 2 from the transverse side and 6 from the longitudinal. It's also called as the anterior posterior diameter. So first we'll see the what are the transverse diameter. So between the two temporal bone, so where the coronal sutures connect to each other, that is a bitemporal, it's a 8.2 centimeter. So here I am showing how it is to be means measure. So between the two temporal, that is a 8.2. Then second is these are the protrusion area of the parietal bone. So this is the biparietal diameter, that is the 9.5 centimeter. So this was about the two transverse diameter. Now we'll see the remaining 6 diameter, that is the longitudinal and anteroposterior. So we'll see from the first from the back side. So this is the occiput and this is the occiput and this is the subocciput. So first is the suboccipitobregma, that is 9.5 centimeter, then suboccipitofrontal, that is 10 centimeter, and the occipitofrontal, that is 11.5 centimeter. So from the back side 3 diameters are covered. Now we'll see the from the frontal side. So this is the submentum. So submentum to bregmatic, that is 9.5 centimeter, submentum to vertex, that is 11.5 centimeter, and the mento vertex, that is the biggest diameter of the fetal skull, that is a 13.5 centimeter, and it's present when the baby born with the brow presentation. So this may ask for the MCQ also, which is the biggest diameter of the fetal skull. So when the baby born with the brow presentation, that is a 13.5 centimeter, is the engaging diameter of the fetal skull. So this was about the diameters of the fetal skull. You all guys are understand how it is to be means how we can explain at the time of the practical examination. I just want to convey a message to the all students. So this is the skull, pelvis and the mechanism of labor. It is not just you read in the theory book and you can explain to the teachers. You have to take that things to your hands and you have to practice. Then only you can confidently able to explain at the time of your practical examination. Thank you so much.